Hi, welcome to Shack Tracks. This is the Tom-only version of Shack Tracks. Carrie is not on this trip. However, we're gonna take the next couple weeks and we are going to go through RV training. I'm gonna go through RV training at the National RV Training Center in Athens, Texas. So a couple of weeks ago, it's been a couple of years that I've been thinking about what I'm going to do when I retire. And I'm a couple of years away from it, but not that far away. And I'm thinking, what can I do that would be enjoyable? I don't golf. I don't have a whole lot of hobbies other than work and RVing. So I'm thinking, what better to do when I retire is to continue RVing. And I'm around RVs. I love RVs. Grew up with RVs. My father had an RV. He had a couple of them throughout our growing up. He used to fix them up, and he was a mechanic. He used to fix them up, and we travel all over the country in the RV. So we had quite a summers of RV travel. Very, very memorable trips, out west and everywhere, all over the place. So that's where I got kind of the bug for it. Since being married to Carrie and having kids, we were able to borrow his RV a couple times when the kids were younger, and we really enjoyed using the RV and getting around. And then once the kids were out of the house and Carrie and I started traveling, we decided that we needed to see the country. It's so beautiful. So we decided to get back in RVing. So that's kind of where we're at. So getting back to the RV training, I'm going to be doing RV tech the first week. So I'm going to take the whole week off work and just concentrate on the RV tech portion of it. It's a week long. We're going to get certified, and it's really going to be able to train people on RVs and just kind of know the basics of an RV and whatnot. So I'll get certified on that. And then the second 2 weeks is going to be the RV inspection. So I'll be able to once I'm done, I'll take an inspection test, and at that point, once I pass, hopefully, which I should, be able to inspect RVs, and I'll be able to pre-inspection or even pre-purchase inspections of RVs, helping people out with that, and also just inspecting people's current RVs, going over their current RVs and kind of giving it a once over and just letting them know, what any issues with their RVs before they go out on trips. So I was thinking about how I can help people out and something I'd enjoy doing, and so I decided, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm not getting any younger, and the stars aligned, and I have availability, and I said, why not? Let's do it while I got the ambition to do it and get it done. So so that's where we're at. I started out, started my drive today about noon. It says 17 and a half hour drive from Cleveland, Ohio to Athens, Texas. I'm going to take 3 days to get there. So I'm not totally worn out when I get there. So I started out about noon in Cleveland, and I made it through Columbus. I stopped and saw my beautiful daughter and had a cup of coffee with her. She works in Columbus and lives there, and I got to see her work office and just say hello passing through. That was really nice. So I'm actually now between Columbus and Cincinnati driving, doing my talk. So hopefully the next couple weeks should be insightful for the viewers and exciting, and see how things pan out. Don't really know what to expect. I guess the only thing I expect is to be to learn a lot. So I'm going to be juggling, the first, as I think I started, maybe I got off track. First week I'm going to work and take off and just be 100% zoned in as the RV tech. And then the second weeks are going to be RV inspection, which is going to be more classroom and technology. And at that point, I'm going to, balance my work, in the morning, and then kind of keep an eye on things in the afternoon when there's classes and stuff, and then catching up at work at night. So it should be pretty challenging getting through, but I know I can do it. I got a great team at work to keep things going, and just keep an eye on stuff and keep putting fires out and stuff like that. So I don't anticipate it interfering, and I do, I got the RV and I'm able to work remote. So I'm very blessed with that. My company I work for is a pretty large corporation, and we have locations all over the world. So we work for in a lot of different time zones. So I'm able to work with all my teams. We all work really well together in different time zones. We all kind of meet up and send emails and teams at appropriate times. So I don't anticipate any issues there. But I do have Starlink, so I have a pretty good connection. I can pretty much work wherever I need to. So it should be pretty exciting. So stay tuned, and I'll keep you updated throughout the trip. Okay, made it about an hour into Kentucky, about halfway between Cincinnati and Louisville, and I stopped to get gas, my first gas fill up, and decided to figure out where I'm going to stay. So I don't know if I was going to do a Walmart or something like that, but I decided, let's see if there's a Harvest Host. So just so happened there's a Harvest Host like 3 minutes away from the gas station called Pops Landing. So I'm going there right now. I'm about a mile away, and we'll film the entranceway here shortly. Here it is. We are here. Looks like I don't know what's going on here, but this is it. Okay, here's the Pops Landing. So it looks like they may be like a regular campground eventually, but just said park anywhere in the grass. No one's here. Looks like they have 50 amp connections with some water. Just in instructions said just park on the grass, which I did. If it's not wet, it said otherwise park on some concrete site. So no one greeted me, but I'm just gonna hang out here. So there is a truck there. I don't know what's going on. I think they sell produce right there, and they have some other hookups over there as well. So, but I picked this spot because it's got a wide open sky here for my internet, and I can watch the Clown or Browns tonight, first scrimmage of the year. So running the generator right now. It's cool down the motorhome. As soon as the sun goes down, I'll turn it off and maybe open the windows up, or I'll just run the air conditioning off their lithium battery. So, but we are all set. Okay, been driving for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, and started going through Louisville, and I remembered there's a little place, we were here a couple years ago, that they have special batches that you can only get of distillery, Angel's Envy Distillery. So I decided to do a little sidetrack and stop in and see what they got. One I haven't had before was it's like called a triple oak. It looks like it's put in a couple different casks, different types of other whiskeys, and it's called triple oak. But it looks like it's available here. I was tempted to get their special batch, but it was like $300. But I was like, I'm not that into it. But I did buy one of the cigars. It's a Angel's Envy Rye Dip cigar. So we'll try that out. Sometime over the next week or so, and we'll have a review of the whiskey once I open it up. All right, my motorhome's still here. Little shady area around here. Yeah, I'm gonna stop and get some gas, and at the Insanity called Buc-ee's here. It's in Kentucky. It's called Smith Cove Buc-ee's. You can see it's absolutely bonkers here. I'm gonna run in and I'll get gas. I need some DEF for my diesel, and I also will get a cup of coffee, and their jerky's pretty good, so I'll run in and get some jerky. I'll see if I can get a shot of inside there, but these places are always like crazy busy, so it's always fun to go in here.
In 500.
Okay, the one thing I do like about Buc-ee's is they do have diesel DEF at the pump here. Just be aware that this line right here is pretty darn short, so don't pull. You gotta basically pull your front end right parallel to the front. That's as long as it gets. So I made the mistake earlier just before that. It was I pulled a little bit past. I thought it was a little bit longer, so I had to circle around and get it. But the DEF is at the pump. I normally go to Lowe's and go to the diesel portion of it, or I'm sorry, the truck portion to get the semi pump to get the DEF at the pump. But it's kind of a pain in the butt. You have to go through and prepay and then go in and out, so you have the commercial account. But that's what's nice about Buc-ee, having the DEF at the pump here. You can just go ahead and do it. You don't have to mess around going in, and you need to get it retail, get a retail gallon of it or whatever, a couple of gallons and pour it in. It's kind of a pain. It's just easier to do it from the pump, and it is definitely cheaper. So okay, here's all the pumps here. There's like 200. Well, that one's 201 at the end, so there's 200 pumps here. Pretty crazy. It was absolutely crazy inside there. Got a cup of coffee and hit the restroom. Restrooms are pretty awesome and they're very clean. Tons of stalls. The jerky I ended up getting hot and spicy, about a half pound, and half a pound of like sweet and cherry, I think it's called. Had it before. Just a little tidbit. Last time I came out and had some jerky from here, I think I bought a pound each, and I think what happened was I didn't eat fast enough. It was in the motorhome and it got molded up. So just be aware this. I don't think there's a lot of preservatives in it. So if you're going to get it, make sure you either store it in a dry place or in a fridge if you're not going to be eating it right away. So that's it. Motorhome's still in one piece here, and that's it. That's a Buc-ee experience. I got a little update on today. Kind of a long drive. Ended up stopping in Nashville for a couple things. I did stop at the Glock store. I do follow this guy named Lenny. He has a gun store and pretty popular and sells Glocks. I was going through. I decided to stop in just to see what it's like. It's pretty cool if you're into guns. They have they sell obviously a lot of Glocks. But then they do have a firing range there. It's pretty elaborate, where it's got like almost like a 360 or was it 270? It's like a 270 degree range where you can kind of fire all around, so just shooting straight at a target. Picked up a couple training bullets and a clip helper to load bullets into mags. So that was a little bit, and then I ended up driving by downtown. My middle daughter is going to be doing an internship here in February, and she sent me the name of the company. I drove by it and just kind of scoped out the neighborhood because she's going to need to find a place to stay for a few months down here. So did that, FaceTimed her, showed the area, and did that, and then I took off from there and been pretty much driving nonstop. I just got through Memphis. Looks like there's a Bass Pro Shop that looks like a pyramid. Kind of interesting looking. I'm not sure if it's a store, if it's an arena or something, but there were people on the top of it. And then I crossed the mighty Mississippi deep river. I'm getting a little goofy. This is getting late at night, getting later in the day. That's from Christmas vacation for our Chevy Case when I crossed the Mississippi. He started singing that song, and that's about it. Okay, got in last night about 8:30. It was dark already, so time change. So we're an hour difference between the East Coast, and then looks like the time for setting of the sun is a little different from back in Ohio, because usually it's after 9 before it gets dark, but it was dark here at 8:30. We did ended up just stopping overnight at an RV. I don't know, it's like a park. I don't know if it's a park. It's just a parking area called H&G RV Park. It's in Hazen, Arkansas, about halfway between Memphis and Little Rock. Memphis, Tennessee, and Little Rock. I'll show you what it looks like here. It's right off the highway, maybe 2 miles. I got a pull-through site. That's all they had. I had to pay. They do have some boondocking sites as well, but I got a hookup site. It cost me $40 cash. It was good. It was hot last night, so I needed to air. I don't want to mess around trying to boondock somewhere. Looks like a lot of workers here. If you want to just boondock, there are some back-end boondock sites for like $10 a night, but very quiet here and very safe. I think what they have a Love's right off the highway there with one of those camping Loves, but it's one of those where it's just a couple parking spots where you back in. So I wasn't too keen on that, having to unhook and everything. So, because I was originally going to do that, and it's actually, this was a little cheaper than the Loves. So I think that's kind of, if this is an option if you're over in Hazen, Arkansas, I would probably just do this instead of Loves, especially if you don't want to unhook. And the Loves also, you're like parked out where the pumps are, which I don't like. You hear the in and out stuff. This was very quiet last night. So, but this morning I'm going to go ahead and got about a 5-hour drive this morning to get to the campsite, the RV training campsite in Athens, Texas. So what I'm doing this morning, I'm gonna set up my, I'm showing you how I set up my brake buddy here. Just gonna plug it in. I have a problem with that cigarette lighter started messing up. That's the one that's on all the time, but I'm gonna have to turn the key on and put it in this one instead. What it does is it will fill up and I gotta bleed the brake, but I got about a 5.5 hour drive today, and I'm gonna try to hit mass this morning in Little Rock. I found a church at 9, so it's about 8. It's about quarter to 8 right now. So see if I can time it up and maybe hit mass for an hour and then continue on, and I'll keep you posted. Buddy, pumping up here. So once you get it hooked up, you got to bleed the brakes. It pumps a few times, and then basically what it does is it can detect like the motion, the start and stop, centrifugal force of back and forth of the Jeep stopping, and it will actually apply the brakes mechanically. So pretty neat. But you just plug it in. That's all there is on that. Look like there's your back end sights. But hey, not bad. It was quiet. I didn't hear a peep on anybody. I got about 4 hour and 21 minute ride to get from my arrival, about 300 miles, and I got an arrival about 2:30 today. So this should be my last update until we get to the RV park, unless something else interesting comes up. Okay, something did happen. Tire blew out on a semi. It looks like the trailer tire in the back. Actually, a couple, I don't know if it's one or two blew out, but I got it on my Garmin, so I was able to capture it. So here's a picture of it. I'm going to do like a video over voice. So it blew out, and just the scraps and everything were flying everywhere. Actually ran over one of the pieces of rubber, and I think it hit the underneath of my RV. Hopefully everything's fine. I've been driving for a little bit. I haven't really noticed anything, and I was afraid of it hitting my Jeep or whatever. But the guy just kept driving, So I'm not sure what the protocol is when you blow a tire out. I always thought you had to pull over, but he just kept driving, and the stuff was flying everywhere, up in the air, all over the place. So I don't know. I would think you'd pull over and at least like pull the tire off and figure something out. But he just kept going, and he was going pretty fast. He was going about 80 miles an hour still with the blown tire. So maybe he's not aware of what you have to do, but maybe I'm wrong. But anyways, but here's the video. It's National RV Training Academy. There's the Texas RV Park right there on campus. And I'm gonna pull in. Let's see. Oh shit. We're gonna stop. Alright, a little rough what we got in there. Hopefully no one's behind us. Okay. There's the academy, and here is the RV park, and we have arrived. 22, and it's 96 degrees out, so pretty hot. Let's get checked in, get settled in. Okay, I'm all hooked up here. Site 102. It's about 99 degrees out here. But the humidity's not that bad, but it's still hot. So just kind of got all hooked up, got everything, got the utilities hooked up, got my grill out, got my rug out, got everything covered up, got pretty much I got a nice little shade here. Those trees are blocking up there, so not bad site. Starlink is working good, so far so good. I'm gonna run in the town and get a few groceries, some meat and some protein. So okay, this is start of day one. So got up about 6 o'clock this morning, gonna make my coffee right now and have some breakfast. Class starts at 8 a.m. It's just a little after 6 right now. I got myself up, dressed. I'm gonna make myself some coffee, and what we'll do is I'll probably check some stuff for work beforehand, see if there's anything that went on over the weekend. But I'll gather my stuff up. I'll probably get over to the training center about 7:30 and get settled in. But we'll keep you posted. Okay, just finished up my lunch break. Had a salad in the RV. Got the morning session. Very interesting class. So the National RV Training Academy. First impressions, very professional, very nice facilities. Everybody's super friendly, very gracious and very open, welcoming. Brian, the teacher's he's been teaching here for a couple of years, and very informative. Learned a lot. We're starting out. This is the RV fundamentals, and we're just talking about basically it's going over the electrical systems first. So very interesting. We just ended up right before lunch, started using some tools, the ohms meter, and figuring out a lot of electrical, what amps and resistance and volts and all that stuff means. Okay, completed day one. We had a quiz today. I got 80%. I probably should have got 100. Those two questions. One was a equation class. I had an open book. There's no excuse. So the other one, I got kind of mixed up on. So couple answers I got wrong. But other than that, I think I got a pretty good grasp on the first day. Good morning. Day number two started. Day number two. Got up about 6:30. Slept in about half hour more than yesterday. I was up at 6 yesterday. So class starts at 8. Made some coffee, and actually I went outside. It looks like the sun comes up about 7. So I made myself some eggs on my Weber grill that's connected to the RV with the gas line there. So slept pretty well last night. This is a very nice campground. Used the bathroom facilities last night, took a shower, and they're each individual shower stall, or shower, but each individual shower, bathroom, very clean, and air conditioned, so nice and cool in there. So just give me an update on that, and learning a lot. And met one of my neighbors next to me. His name's Robert, and sounds like he was in the military, and he's using up the rest of his GI Bill before the enact. I think he said that it ends like the day after the last test, but he's doing a 5-week full-blown RV repair technician, including the inspection. So I'll be in class with him next week. So pretty nice to meet him. So we'll be together in class for 2 weeks. So that's all for now. Okay, recap of day 2. Actually, just got settled in. It just rained like hell here. So I guess it hasn't rained in like 3 weeks. So, but we did get a nice little drenching rain. It looks like it's already done, but the drops are pretty big. So, but anyways, just getting settled in. I ended up getting cleaned up and stuff. Took a shower in the motorhome tonight, only because it was raining outside. But you know, motorhome shower is small, but that's, you know, the incentive I have to keep my petite physique going, is so I can fit in that shower. Get to the point where, you know, I can't fit in that shower, then, you know, it's going to be time to get back on the diet. Anyways, so day 2, we still going over electrical, going over using the meters, started going over like troubleshooting air conditioners, compressors, and solenoids. Very interesting concepts between those. It's actually showed what it looked like inside and what you're actually testing for inside of a compressor. I had a side cutout, and it really makes a big difference when you can actually see, you know, the inside of what you're testing. So you have these copper wires, and you're checking to see if, you know, the wires are broken or brushing against the side. So very, very cool to kind of see the way that works, and actually why you're testing each point on the compressor and the solenoid. So that was that. We did battery, also hooking up batteries, doing them in parallel or doing them in pairs, or in series. So kind of reason why you do each one, and why what kind of the theory of when you should do when, and kind of how to wire it. So that was cool. And then we started going over some plumbing at the end of the day. So another good day. End of day 3, at least the end of day of classes. 5:30. I'm looking to see if I can cook something, catch up with the family, see what's going on, and if any developments happen, I will come back and share it with you. But for now, pretty uneventful, but learning a lot. It's Thursday night, so this is the 4th day. Very good class. The teacher, Brian, he's very entertaining, and a lot of the classmates there are, everybody's fully engaged in this, so a lot of great questions, a lot of great conversations, lots of laughs. So I'm really enjoying the class. So I'm going to probably hang it up tonight. I got to get some of my machines booted up. I need parallels because I got to run Windows. I feel like buying another laptop, so I got Windows. And I'm going to run it on my Mac for next week. There's an application we need, and then I got my and I had to get an Android tablet, which I got kind of an indestructible one from China. I got that, so I'm going to hook that up tonight, and that's going to be for the inspection part of the class. So I'll talk to you tomorrow. Good night. Okay, update on day 5. I ended up having a test. So 40 hours this week. of class time, and I took a test, and I am now officially graduated. Certificate of completion. Here. Whoop. So what this means is I successfully completed the course, 40 hours of class time. That's where some of the people in my class have stopped. You can move forward and get certified, which is a different test, which is going to be a little more difficult, which I am going to do that tomorrow. So tomorrow morning, Saturday morning, there's tests to get certified. And once you're certified, there is a certification agency you can belong to. And what I am is a certified RV fundamental training, which basically it's just that certifies that I know the basics about RVs and their systems and knowledgeable about it. So can explain them. But if I to actually work on them, that's where you go for the whole 5-week course. There's probably little things here and there for maintenance I can do for it. That's what I would use it for, is helping people, basically train them on tutorials and doing some winterization and just some basic like troubleshooting and stuff. So great course. If you don't want to get certified, you certainly don't have to. They don't recommend getting certified unless you're going to be working in that industry. It's almost like a college, because they do get graded by or rated by the industry, how many people actually get jobs afterwards. So if you don't plan on going into the industry, they suggest you not get certified, only because you not be working in it. That would lower their statistics for job placement. But I'm going to get certified, and I do plan on using it. So I'm going to take that tomorrow. There's a prep before that, a test prep, and then the actual test. So that would be that's my first week of training. Overall, I think if you have an RV, I think it's a great course to take, especially if you're not familiar with all the systems. If you're new to RVing, and I even say if you've had an RV and you want to get to know exactly how everything works, because when you're on a road, there's bound to have something go wrong. It's nice to have some very basic knowledge of where to check on certain things, especially when it comes to failures, electrical and plumbing. I think your biggest probably issue you're going to have is going to be electrical, and it was real heavy on electrical, and it was definitely worthwhile just to learn that. So stay tuned for tomorrow for the certification test. Wish me luck, and part of the next video you'll see from me is a successful certification. I don't see why I shouldn't. I'm going to do some test prepping tonight. There's some of the classmates that are going to be taking the test, and we're going to meet later in the community room or the clubhouse and do like a group test to do some review. So, but I think I'm in good shape. So that's about it. It's a beautiful day today down here in Texas. I have a great location of my campsite. It's a little bit shaded. There's this tree here, and ended up fixing my awning. It was going really slow in and out, kind of going back and forth. And part of the training was to figure out electrically what was going on with it. And basically, what happened was it wasn't the electrical connection. The 12-volt connection at the top was a little loose, so it was. The voltage was dropping because the bolt was loose. It was as easy as like turning it 3 times, and that totally fixed it. So definitely applied some of the class to that. So we'll talk to you tomorrow. Okay, this is post-test Saturday morning. So I'm back in the motorhome only because it's like 100 degrees out in Texas. So just got back from taking the test for the RV Tech. And I graduated from the course yesterday, and today I took the certification test, and I did pass. And so I am now a certified RV technician with the RVTAA. So I'm a registered technician. I can do basically I can do tutorials. I can do basic cleanings and just kind of basic troubleshooting of RVs. So I thought the class was excellent. I learned a lot. If you're thinking about not even having a career in RV tech, but even just knowing about your RV, I mean, these things are big investments. So it's nice to be able to, especially if you're going to be traveling a lot and traveling to rural areas, it's nice to know what's going on with the RV to do some basic troubleshooting. Because a lot of stuff that's going to go wrong are very stuff that can be handled on the road. They give you an idea of what extra devices and things that break they have on hand. So when you're out and about, and you're not always going to be available to have a fuse or a part. And just the maintenance on it, cleaning stuff, and just being prepared ahead of time. I highly recommend the class. So there's my certificate for the association, and then the technical program certificate of completion. And then, so now I'm part of the RVTAA, the RV Technician Association of America, which I think the first year is included. And then after that, you have to do some CEUs, which are, online videos. And then there's some other stuff that you could submit as well. If you take other classes or any kind of seminars, you can use those for CEUs. I think it's 25 hours. So, but I have 2 years to do that, to keep that up. So to keep the certification up, I believe it's maybe $200 a year or something. So, but that just I'm looking at it right now. Maintenance annual cycles through maintained through annual renewal fees, $299 a year. Okay, to hold the active certificate. And what that allows you to do is you can be listed on their website, and if people search for RV techs, you'll show up on their site, and contact information and what certifications you have. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going to the RV inspectors class, which will allow me to inspect RVs for purchase, so pre-purchase RVs, new, used. Also just inspecting RVs just for maintenance and for just annual maintenance for people that want their RVs reviewed and reports. So that's starting up on Monday. So it's Saturday, mid-afternoon. I think I'm going to watch the Browns game today at noon. And then later today, I'm going to probably hit the grocery store and maybe Mass either today or tomorrow, and then get caught up at some work tomorrow, and then start the next couple of weeks with the other class. So, and that's going to be the inspection class, which teaches you how to inspect an RV and create a report. So I'm pretty excited about that. So everything's going great. It's a great experience, and I highly recommend this program. So
thank you for watching this video. Like and subscribe.